If you are in a relationship with somebody and you have grown adult children, okay, and you break your back for those grown, you still breaking your back for them grown adult kids, and your mate needs something or wants something and you can't do it for them, that's a problem. And you with somebody. Okay, first of all, we talking about grown adult children. I know, you know what I'm saying, our kids are supposed to be a part, we're supposed to take care of our children, do this and that. But once they get to a certain age, you ain't got to take care of their ass no more, okay? You're not obligated to. You can if you want to, but you ain't got to. But if you see that your mate wants something, or you know you could do it for them, but you just want to do it just for the hell of it, but you will break your back for them damn grown adult kids, how you think your mate feel about that? Be honest. Let's just be real now. A lot of people are putting their grown adult kids before their mate. And I just don't understand that. Please make it make sense to me. Them kids can't give you what your mate give you. So your kids can give you that satisfaction that your kids, your grown ass kids, can give you the romantic satisfaction that your mate give you. They can't. Okay, at some point you gotta say fuck them damn grown ass kids, and I'm gonna look out for my mate.
That's true. I don't see no lies there. I would never put my grown kids before my mate.
Welcome to the pressure cooker.
Well, if you're in a relationship where the person is putting their kids before you,
Mm-hmm.
they must don't think you that valuable. They must don't think they must think their kids are worth, you not up there where they need to be worried about you as much as they do their kids. It's simple as that. And then no, go ahead.
I don't think it's about your value. I think it's about that other person's values. Like it's no different in putting, anybody before your mate. But even when you talk about putting your wife before or whatever, your spouse comes first.
What is
y'all want?
Let's back up. What is putting your kids or putting your mate before the other one? What is that? Let's define that. Because
meaning, like, if your spouse needs you to do something, like let's say something just simple as basic as food. Who eats first? Who do you serve first? You in the kitchen and you cooking. Who do you feed first?
You going by decorum.
These are grown kids. Who do you feed first?
You gonna of course you gonna feed your spouse first.
Of course.
But
so it's just basic things that you should be doing for your spouse before you do for your kids. And these are grown kids, she said. These kids are adults. So I don't need to be doing nothing for you. Your spouse need to be doing for you. Or you need to be out there finding you one.
Yeah, I think sometimes, man, it gets to be, some people can be very petty when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Your kids can be very petty.
And it just, yeah, you right.
I call it the baby boy effect.
You right.
When you coming home,
some kids,
you gonna put him before me?
No, some kids can be draining.
Mm-hmm.
They can be draining. They can drain so much from a parent, and their parent they do so much until they burn out with the kids, and they feel like, well, if I'm having to do all this for my kids, you shouldn't really want nothing.
Well, let's not even talk about, let's not say kids. I know we're saying kids, but she said these are grown adult children. That changes the whole ball game. No grown adult children of mine is going to be coming into my space expecting me to do something for them, anything over my spouse. Sometimes it could be money things. They can come to you and say, Ma, I need to borrow $1,000, and they don't want you to tell your spouse. Why would you do that?
I wouldn't do it.
Why would you make a decision like that and not speak to your significant other about it? My child will come out better go and ask my spouse for the money over asking me for the money. But kids will do that. Grown kids.
Yeah, they do that.
Or can I use your card? Well, my My husband bought that car. I'm not gonna just hand you the keys to the car that he bought without asking his permission.
No, I ain't a lot.
And some people will do that.
Yeah, a lot of that can be real draining. Some people allow their kid to go a little bit too far as that is concerned. Uh, some
Or
people are
just
very petty. Some people come in a relationship, they don't want you to do nothing for your kid, like talking about it.
that's true.
You know, help them out, or if it's something, you know, some people like that. But then, so that's why you have to define what is putting, you know, your kids before your spouse. You have to define that. At the same time, they grown. You grown. I'm not finna be carrying your ass. I'm not finna be, you know, giving your ass something to prop up on, my shoulder to prop up on. You grown. You need to get out and get your own. But at the same time, I mean, you're not gonna tell me I can't do nothing for my kids or whatever. And I'm not doing it for them out of obligation. I'm doing it because it's something I want to do for my kids. Man, because you're not gonna have me walking around here scared to do something for my own kid now.
Now, sometimes, you know, we tend to pull those kids into that relationship in the wrong way. You and your significant other get into an argument and you're on the phone calling your son over. So sometimes it's the parents that drive that negativity. You know, like your kids can't be your savior sometimes. You got male children and you calling them when the man ain't doing what you want him to do. And then when the kids start disrespecting the man, you want to pull back and be like, you ain't gonna disrespect him. Well, you open that door when you start doing stuff like that. So sometimes they get out of control like that because we open the door for that disrespect. So those grown kids can get out of line sometimes too, because of that, because of what the spouse did. You know, what the spouse says. You should not be having conversation about your significant other with your kids, with your grown kids, because see, those kids will get mad. That's just a dispute y'all having, and those kids are going to get mad and they'll stay mad and they'll become disrespectful. So they're going to feel like they come first. You know why? Because you gave them permission.
Exactly. It's one of them things, man, where, you know, you have to be judgmental. You have to have good judgment. That's what I say. You got to have good judgment when it comes to those things. And, you know, sometimes a person a lot of time can, you know, be upset with you and use that as an excuse. Or your kids come before me, and really that's not really the problem. And, you know, hell, they don't even want you to give your kids a plate of food. They don't even want you to give them no food. Oh, they come before me. So sometimes people can be petty, but then again, some parents, they do everything for their kids. Damn near 30, and you still have to go in there and help them bathe.
Shit, you still treating them like they little bitty kids.
Yeah, you still treating them like they kids. Nah, you not a kid. You know.
And those kids can become bullied. They can think they run the house. And I don't know no man that's gonna be up in no house and your 30-year-old kid, grown kid, is running over him. The disrespect, it won't be allowed.
Kevin and Caprice. Let's talk relationship.